Raman Montanaro, and I'm the second son of Tony Montanaro, who was a very well-known pantomime who passed away 15 years ago, December of 2002. He was actually an artist, and I think artists love art more than they love their own family sometimes. I think people who are gifted and passionate about what they do tend to ignore everything else in their life except for what they're passionate about. And artists are generally passionate people because you obviously don't go into art for money. At least my father didn't. He was a pantomime because he loved performing.
He valued his family and he wanted us to feel connected to him. But his energy came from teaching and performing. And so that's where we had to go if we wanted to connect to him as a person. He wanted us to fit into that world that he was creating. And we were happy to do that. But it meant that our personal relationship with him, our one-on-one time, was often very brief. His energy was so infectious that people would come from all over the United States and even Europe and Asia to study with him. That's how attractive of his personality was. He had so much charisma and energy.
I think my theater background is more, it's like in my blood more than it is in my experiences. It's like the nature. You grow up with this person who is that creative, that expressive, that intense, and it infuses into everything around him. Mime is more than just illusions. Mime is, like any acting, it's creating a story and telling a story on stage. It's completely believing the story. He had been diagnosed with stomach cancer when he was 73. When he died, I actually felt closer to him because I felt he would be with me sometimes. I could feel his spirit with me. And I felt like he understood me for the first time in his life. That he understood me and he appreciated me more. So as you can tell, I'm very proud of my dad and I love him a lot. You know, he was a great man. I mean, he had faults like anybody. He like I said, he held in a lot of anger and tension. He was very intense. Sometimes he was so focused on his work that he neglected, I think, his relationships outside of that. His sincerity and his intensity were so wonderful and so refreshing because they're so rare. He was a self-made person, self-made man. And you can tell his drive, which never ended until he died, to perform, to create,
to be an artist was something that I think is the most outstanding thing of my father.
He was a man who wanted to be alive every moment, and I still try to emulate that in my life. I want to be like that.